Finally, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to present and discuss regression results. Generally speaking, you can present the regression results in either the table format or the equation format. The more conventional way is to present the regression results in the table format, like the examples you have seen so far in the previous lecture slides and the sample papers that I handed out earlier. That said, when you want to focus on discussing a specific regression model, such as your final model in the group project, you can also present the model in the equation format, like this one here. In this case, you will plug in the estimates for the coefficients in the model and add the standard errors within the parentheses underneath each coefficient, and then present the goodness of fit measures, such as the adjusted R-square and SER. When you discuss the regression outputs, you will always start with the baseline specification, which is usually the model 1 in your series of nested models. You will focus on discussing the direction, the magnitude, and the statistical significance of your variable of interest, and whether the estimated coefficient for your variable of interest, or beta 1 hat, is subject to change with the inclusion of the additional regressor. Through adding the relevant control variables one by one into the model, you will expect to see that the estimated beta 1 for your variable of interest is going to gradually converge to a stable value. And the further inclusion of additional regressors beyond that point will not affect the estimate of your variable of interest once your estimated beta 1 hat is already converged. This is how you know you're getting close to the final model that establishes the causal effect for your variable of interest. Once you have arrived at a candidate for the final model, you have to see whether the signs of the coefficients for your control variables make sense, and whether the estimates on the control variables are statistically significant. You will also discuss how the adjusted R-square for your nested models change across the specification. When you finalize on the best model for measuring the causal effect, you will use it to clearly explain the research question. That is, whether your variable of interest can be used to explain the variation of your dependent variable. I will show you more examples of how to discuss and present results in class.